Hey guys, let me tell you why the frequency of love is the solution to all of your human problems. Life is quite simple, really. As humans, we make it more complex than it needs to be through our identification with the ego mind. But this is not the true essence of who we are. By consciously anchoring our frequency in our higher mind, our God self, we can begin to operate at a level of divine simplicity. Your dream life, the life that your soul has always desired, can only be created with the frequency of love. Your highest timeline can only be manifested from the higher mind. You can't manifest your highest timeline from your fragmented, traumatized ego mind. The vibrations simply don't align. Let me explain to you how powerful and how masterful you already are, though. You see, you are the creator of your reality, and you always have been. Every choice that you make to go to this place, to work this job, to enter into this relationship, creates the version of reality that you experience. Your choices create your reality. Using the power of your mind, you manifest the circumstances that you desire. Some of us manifest consciously from the higher mind, from love, and others manifest subconsciously from the ego mind or fear. Either way, I have just proved to you that you are the creator of your reality. You're actually an incredibly masterful manifester because everything is manifested from your mind, from your consciousness. Every experience that you have ever experienced was your manifestation. This is how powerful you are, dear one. When you begin to wake up to the truth of how powerful and how masterful you really are, you begin to become aware of what is really, truly possible. Nothing is off limits when you anchor yourself consciously in higher frequencies. The life you created up until this point is simply a reflection of the frequency which you have been aligning with up until this point. And the good news is that if you don't currently like your circumstances, you can change them using the power of frequency, the power of love. So I practice an advanced level of yoga, and every day I use yoga to anchor myself deeply in the frequency of love. The frequency of love is my highest soul desire. And so in every moment of every day, I consciously and intentionally align myself with this frequency. Every day that I practice yoga this way, my life becomes more simple, more effortless, my life flows more gracefully, with ease, and I become more powerful in my ability to hold the frequency of love. This allows me to create from the frequency of love, consciously harnessing the infinite power of my higher mind, my God self, the divine. What I notice when I anchor myself deeply in the frequency of love is that I can transmute any negative emotions very quickly and efficiently. If I find myself triggered for whatever reason and experiencing negative emotions such as frustration, sadness, depression, despair, or anger, right, I can sit peacefully with the emotion, feel it fully while holding the frequency of love and watch it or observe it alchemize in real time. I literally am turning lead into gold using the power of my mind, and you can do the same. We can all do this. By shining the light of love, on these lower frequency emotions, these negative emotions, they begin to dissolve. It's a skill, it's an art. And the more you practice doing this, the better you become at remaining non-attached to negative emotions, anchoring yourself in a high vibration and transforming low frequencies into high frequencies. This is the process of alchemy, and we can all become the master alchemist of our own energy. We can all become the masters of our emotions. We can all achieve self-mastery. This is how powerful you are as a master creator, the creator of your reality. This is what I call the 5D perspective. When you anchor yourself in high frequencies, such as love, joy, abundance, you will begin to perceive your life very differently. You begin to see a much higher perspective, the perspective of your God self, your higher self, the divine. How you perceive reality is how you create reality. Perception is creation. When you start to see everything as energy and get very good at reading energy, you can consciously discern which energies you invite into your energy field. You become the energies that you allow into your energy field over time. If you stop reacting to low frequencies or negative circumstances and consciously cultivate higher frequencies using yoga or some other spiritual practice, then you can raise your frequency to a much higher level. When you raise your frequency to a higher level, your reality will begin to change. You will start creating from higher frequencies as opposed to lower frequencies. As you emanate these powerful frequencies and anchor yourself deeply in them, you will begin to align yourself with your highest soul desires, your highest timeline, and it will begin to manifest before your eyes. This is the power of frequency, because everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. Now, I still have challenges in my life. However, by harnessing the power of love and being conscious about the frequencies I align with, my life gets easier and easier and more magical, and I become more and more masterful every day that I remember myself as the divine, the creator. It's not easy. It takes a lot of discipline to choose love over and over again. This can be especially difficult if you have been mistreated in this world. The truth is, we all get mistreated during our time here on planet Earth. It doesn't matter who you are, what your circumstances are, how much money you've got, how good your family was. Everyone gets mistreated on planet Earth. It's part of what we sign up for. Pain, suffering, betrayal, etc. It's the human experience. We're supposed to experience all of those things so that we can overcome them and remember who we are as the divine, the creator. The ascended masters, such as Jesus, right, also known as Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, Krishna, and the Buddha, they all showed us the power of choosing love over and over and over again, right? They demonstrated this on a high level. These ascended masters were in this world, but not of this world, right? They were in this world, but not of this world. They were in the physical, but not of the physical, because they were pure frequency, right? And we can all merge back with pure frequency, pure source energy, the divine, just in the same way that they did. They were our permission slips. They showed us the way. The Ascended Masters felt all of the pain of planet Earth and the collective, right? They allowed people to hurt them, persecute them, betray them, so that they could transmute that pain into love, right? It was part of their destiny, and it's part of your destiny if you're watching this. There is no greater example of this than the story of Jesus, right, or Yeshua. Jesus was imprisoned, hunted, mocked, abused, and betrayed, right, by Judas. And ultimately he was killed, right? And he still chose love, even in those final moments on the cross. Jesus was a true alchemist, right? A master yogi. Make no mistake, Jesus was a master yogi. And he showed us what was possible for all through the power of love, right? That's what Jesus was trying to demonstrate to us, the power of love. And Mary Magdalene, right, a powerful divine feminine healer from a couple of thousand years ago, she was the wife of Jesus, right? She was also hunted, attacked, and betrayed, right? And she also showed us that it's possible to choose love even in the most horrendous of circumstances. So thank you, Mary, for showing us the way as well. Mary and Jesus, just those two together, the divine masculine and with the divine feminine, that divine sacred union, the sacred marriage, doesn't get more powerful than that, guys. Now, if you can embody the teachings of the Ascended Masters, right, and choose love in every moment, even when it seems the whole world is against you, right? For Jesus, right, and for Mary, the whole world was against them, right? Everyone was coming after them. Then if you can do this, right, if you can choose love in every moment, even when it seems like the whole world is against you, then you will become like the Ascended Masters. You will embody their level of consciousness, the supreme consciousness. You will anchor yourself in the frequency of love just as they did. You will be in the physical, but not of the physical. You will be operating at a whole new frequency, a whole new state of being, and you will unlock the limitless, infinite potential of the divine, which is you. You are the divine. Don't forget. You will take your place as a child of the living Father. That's from the Gospel of Thomas, one of the Gnostic Gospels, which I love. The teachings of the Ascended Masters are quite simple, really. Keep choosing love over and over again until it becomes your frequency, until you become unshakable in the frequency of love. When you become the frequency of love, you will merge back with the field of pure consciousness. Your dreams will begin to manifest, and nothing will be able to stop you from creating the most magnificent and masterful version of yourself. Love simplifies everything. The answer to all of your problems is love, dear one. Remembering that you are love, now and forever. Be the loving awareness of all things, knowing that everything is you. It's all your consciousness and it's all divine. Surrender to your higher self. Anchor yourself in the tangible knowing that you are the creator, that this is all you and you have zero limitations, my friend. I pray this video soothes the aches and pains of your soul and provides healing to all the places that you need. God bless, namaste, and I'll see you in the next video.